Well, hey, air gunners, welcome back to the Shooter Zone. I am glad you're here. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet to the page, please do that now. That would be a great help. Well, today I have something that I consider to be pretty special. It is the Walther Reign in 22 caliber. Now, this also does come in 25 caliber, and some of you may be thinking, well, Zach, if it comes in 25, why didn't you get it in 25? Well, 25 to me is a little bit more of a hunting caliber, and I really plan on just having a lot of fun with this. Not that you couldn't hunt with this, as we'll see. It's got the FPE is pretty good for this, high feet per second. So again, it just comes down to affordability. .22 is just very affordable to shoot, and I want to shoot this thing a lot. It's that good. Well, I have to tell you, over the years, I've shot in a lot of firearms. Air guns really have just been something in the last probably year and a half that I've gotten involved with. But I've shot everything from just your straight up Colt AR-15s to fully automatic HK MP5s, all the way up to 50 caliber. And I have to say, this feels the most realistic out of any of the rifles that I have shot in so far. If you're a company and you're watching and you want me to check yours out, then please do send yours. But I can tell you, this thing is near to firearm feeling as you can get. Matter of fact, I would love to see Walther make this in maybe a 9mm semi-automatic. Hint, hint. I think it would be a super cool rifle to have in that caliber. All right, so let's get into some details here. I'm sure that you've already looked at some of the other reviews that are out there. This is not necessarily that new, but let's go through it. Now, the first thing is it's very ambidextrous, which means that I can shoot this and put the charging lever both from the right-hand side to the left-hand side, which is what this cover's for, and I could feed in the magazine from the right or the left. That's pretty cool. Again, Walther's put a lot of thought into this. Magazines work fantastic. Again, a lot of thought. The only thing I think that they maybe missed out on is there isn't any way to indicate when your last pellet was just fired, and you will chamber thinking maybe there's another pellet there, and you will hear the difference that it's not. Really, that's probably about the only thing I could think of that may have been needed on this. Everything else is perfect. It's got a great trigger, manual safety on it, Picatinny rails, so you can mount a bipod, which is fantastic. On top, of course, we have the Axion 4 to 16mm scope. Why? Because it's fantastic scope, and I try to put them on all my what I would consider my upper line stuff, even though this is a very affordable rifle. So, what else we have here? We do have, as far as filling, we have a little port right here where the little tab comes out. Then you put in your little probe and fill it from there. This is in bar, which goes up to, it looks like 230 bar. Right now I have this filled to about 200 bar. Why? I don't know, because I can. We're going to shoot, and we're going to check the sound on it. We're going to check the trigger on it. We're going to put it through the Chrony and look at some numbers. Got a big wind today, so I'm not sure on the accuracy side how good we're going to be, but I'm sure it'll still do pretty good. I think it's probably about a 10 or 12 mile per hour wind, and it shifts around. Right now it's coming from this direction, and before it was coming from crossways that direction. But we'll see. Again, I have no doubt it's still going to do very well. All right, so let's start with this. Let's just start with the trigger and see where we're at on that. Got my Wheeler gauge. I haven't touched this rifle besides putting on the scope and sighting it in. just that little bit. I've been extremely happy with this. Again, I've been waiting for this rifle for quite a while now, and man, it is fantastic. All right, let's see what the trigger pull is. £3, 13.4 ounces. All right. You know, sometimes I'm not always worried about what the trigger pull is. I want to know how it breaks. You know, to me, that's a little bit more important. I mean, it's nice to have, you know, a 1.5, 2 pound trigger. And this is fully adjustable. There are plenty of videos out there on how to do that. It's not quite as straightforward and simple as some of the others, but it is adjustable. But again, I don't necessarily mind this trigger where it's at. It does have a little bit of creep. That would probably be more of what I'd want to get out of there. But again, it's not bad at all. So that's that. As far as sound, again, let's just see what we got here. We're gonna let off another one. Let's try that again. I didn't have it on hold. This is a little bit on the loud side. All right, well, I probably don't have this out forward enough, but we're coming in roughly in the 70s. I think it's a little bit louder than that. Again, I'm just having it right alongside here. I probably should have it right out in front, a few feet out. It is a little bit on the loud side, and some people will say that they wish this moderator would unscrew so this way they can replace it with a different one, though this moderator can be removed, and it does have threads underneath it. There's a little clip that holds it in place, and you really pretty much just have to destroy the moderator in order to get it off to screw another one on, but you can do it. The only other complaint that I think I hear people say about these is that it's unregulated. Well, I'm never one that's really concerned about a rifle that's regulated or not regulated. The reason why is, again, I always put my shots through the Chrony. I always see where the sweet spot is, and so I know when I fill up this rifle, I know I'm going to have consistent shots. And with this one so far, what I'm seeing is it has quite a few consistent shots, probably about 4 mag fulls at least. And again, I'm not even filling it up 100% completely. Again, I filled it up to about 200 bar. I think it starts to drop off just under 150 bar. You really start to see it drop off some, and then the accuracy definitely falls off from there. So even at that, you know, 4 good mags, which is pretty good. If I filled it up more, obviously I'd get more out of it. I'd probably get 60 shots out of this, but 200 bar to 150 is where I think the sweet spot is on this. You'll hear other people say otherwise. I was watching a video the other day where somebody said 150 bars where they like it. Every rifle's a little bit different, but again, I mean, I'm dropping off 10 feet per second once I get to 150 bar and below. So for me in this rifle, I'm going to shoot it at around 200 bar, a little bit more, down to about 150. And that, for me, is a sweet spot on this. All right, so I'm going to reach over and turn on the Chrony on this, and then we'll run some shots through it, and we'll see where we're at. Mags hold 10 rounds in 22, so that's what I have in here. Again, we'll put some shots through it, and then we'll see how it's doing as far as accuracy. The wind's coming straight in my face right now. Again, it's changing around all the time. Up here on the mountain, that's pretty common. If there's some sort of wind, it'll change directions fairly quickly and often. But we'll see how it does. Again, I'm still confident it'll do very well. All right. Get set up here. We'll put some rounds through this. Here we go. (1,039 feet per second). Right on the bullseye, about half on, half off. (1,043 feet per second). (1,059 feet per second). Wind got that one a little bit. 1,055 feet per second. I hope you're counting, I'm not. Get out your pen and write these down if you'd like. I'll let you do the tabulation on it. That was straight in the bull. 1,066 feet per second. That one drifted a little bit to the right also. Again, the wind is all over today. 1,064 feet per second. (1,065). The wind is just crazy right now. So the spread is a lot wider than I'd like. It is roughly 1 inch at 30 yards. Again, the wind is pushing some of these pretty hard. (1,073 feet per second). (1,071 feet per second). I'm using the Crosman 14.3 domed, in case you want to figure out the FPE on it. 1,076. Crosman shoot pretty good. I am low on pellets right now, so that's what I have, and that's what I'm shooting. And you could hear that. That was the 11th shot with nothing coming out of it. All right, let's do this. I'm going to load this up again. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're probably about 160 bar, I think, right now. Something like that. Again, the wind is crazy right now, but again, it's not really my intent today is to show the complete accuracy of this. Because of that, I just want to give you the first introduction. There will be at least one follow-up video for sure. And then hopefully I'll pick a day that's not so windy and we could really see the accuracy. Yesterday, put 5 shots, almost one into the other, one hole, you know, not hole to hole, but, you know, spread out a little bit, but there was one hole and, of course, one flyer. Crossmans always have one flyer. Could be assured of that. All right. There's an arrow on here, too. Tells you which way it's supposed to point, which is really nice. And again, no matter if you put it in this way or put it in this way, always have the arrow pointing forward. All right, let's put some more rounds through this and see where we're at. All right, where are you, target? Lost my target. I know you're there somewhere. There you go. The wind is crazy. 1069. That one didn't register for some reason. Let's try it again. Keep losing my target here. There you go. 1060. $1,055. So we are starting to drop at this point, and we are straight up on 150 bar. But let's finish this off. Again, if you had it all the way full, I'm pretty sure you can get, 50, 60 rounds out of it. From 200 to 150. Couple mags. $1,059. $1,045. So you can see from 150 bar, we're really starting to drop. $1,042. $1,035. Consistently dropping now. $1,026. $1,020. And that was the last of the 20 rounds. And we are probably about, I don't know, 130 bar, maybe 135 bar. Well, that's it for now. You guys have a good afternoon. Again, hopefully if we get a little bit better weather, I think coming into next week where the wind's not as much, I'll put together an accuracy test for this, and we could really see what it'll do. And I already know what it'll do, but we'll have a much tighter group at that point, and you can see that. So that's it for today. You guys take care now. We'll see you again.